Also, good morning. Welcome to the video. This is me right now in editing. I'm about getting ready to post the video. Sorry. What I'm about to say in the next clip is kind of a lie, but it's kind of not. I'm kind of new to editing. I've been filming my entire life using cameras, iPods, iPhones, iPads. I've been doing it forever, but I haven't been uploading consistently and editing consistently as long, so it's still kind of new to me.
Good morning. Thank you for watching the last video, which is actually supposed to be the next video, but because I suck at editing and filming and everything else, this is the first video the second time. So, thank you for watching, and I'm now resurfacing the heads and getting them put back into the truck.
Have they soaked too long? The lifters? And the motor oil? I don't think so. As far as I understand, there's no limit of time on when you need to stop soaking something in oil that is metallic. In fact, it's definitely a better idea to keep it longer the longer you plan on taking before you get stuff put back together with oil. So, I think that I did a good thing. So now we're just getting done and started putting the lifters in to their position.
Sadly, when I put them away, one of the bags developed a hole in it, leaking all over the rest of the bags of lifters, ruining my Sharpie markings that I was going to use to identify how to put all the lifters back in the exact same places as I pulled them out of. So we're just going to go for it. And attempt not to ruin my engine. I hate it when I hear people apologize on YouTube for their film quality. And then I realized when I put up my first really long video of me doing this project, how actually devastatingly bad the film quality is. So, I'm not going to apologize for it, but I won't be mad if one of my subscribers decides to give me a camera that would actually be better for filming with. Although, I know all of my subscribers, and I'm pretty sure none of us are in a capacity or condition that we can give each other cameras right now, because, you know, cameras are expensive. So, not holding my breath on that one. So don't hold your breath on super high film quality for a while. There's one. You need to do your best when you do this, putting the lifters in, not to allow oil into the cylinders, because burning oil is not good. No bueno, not kosher. Not good, no bueno, not kosher. let me see. I'm trying to think of all the ways I can explain so that way nobody misses the point. Awesome. Well, the sun says east is up. And there is driver's side lifters put in. Try and give you guys a similar position. Wow, I'm just kind of surprised by how good this block is for holding my GoPro. I wasn't expecting it to do so well, but you know, you can't expect it every time. Oh. Now I gotta find a bad rag, like a dirty old rag. I found a rag and an addiction to jelly beans. Not entirely sure for what reason, but miraculously, the numbers on my passenger side lifters, nope, I spoke too soon. Some of them were spared. Okay, and drip one more, drip one more. Okay. So much fun. There's one. 7. I'm finally getting better at this. Huh. Well, I found 11. And 1. I haven't been talking a lot. Sorry. When I get to working, kind of forget about talking. At least on these things that you have to pay a lot of attention to. Sometimes work can be talked over, but this is just so tedious. And after all, this is the first time I've ever done anything this drastic with an engine. And in the case that any super professional and experienced mechanics watch this and say, "Ah, you're doing this wrong," I'm really sorry. But you guys just charge too much for me to be able to afford that right now. For you to do it for me? Man, if you were to do it for free.
have the same kind of attitude that I have, I'm badass. But free don't exist. At least not for real. But I'll tell you what does exist. I got good lifters in now. Okay. I am making some progress. I managed to put the heads back in. Just setting them in, I had to float them in. Right now I'm just dropping the head bolts in so that way I can properly torque them all evenly. In the gasket set that I purchased, they have shown that you torque this one here first, then you go down to here, then up here to here, and then you go from the inside to the outside on the back of the engine, and from the inside to the outside on the front of the engine. That's the tightening order for that. Since I currently don't have the T55 socket, I'm just going to continue doing as I was, just dropping the head bolts in and then finger tightening them. If you, and I doubt you don't if you're watching this video, but if you really have like no experience with tightening screws in a machine or a piece of metal, you always want to loosen lefty loosey righty tighty until you feel the screws threads jump over to the top and then fall back into the thread hole, so that way you can know that you're not what I call cross threading, which is basically where you start trying to go at a different angle than the thread angle, and you damage both threads of the bolt or screw that you're using, as well as the threads inside of the machine or the piece of metal that you're trying to secure. Another trick I do is I put anti-seize on the bolts before I even put the heads in, and I continuously rotate all the bolts, kind of jumping from here to here to here to here to here to here to here, there, and back over again. And then I put anti-seize on all of the bolts as I'm rotating them, so that way they can continuously be lubricated properly, and it loosens up the threads and gets any sand, metal shavings, or any other kind of problematic substance that would not let you tighten the bolts out of the holes. So there's another. Alright, so I've got the thermostat installed, and we'll do those of you who are patrons will actually get to see the post on why it is the way it is, and the picture explaining everything going on. So, back to it. Right now I'm torquing down the head bolts and torquing down the lower intake manifold right here, along with the fuel rail, because the way that they go in, these are aluminum heads and aluminum lower intake manifold on a cast iron block, so I have to torque them in stages. We're making some progress. I have the rocker arms and push rods in the passenger side head, I have a little bit of oil in there too to help to kind of lubricate, clean, and prep the head for when I put the valve cover back on. I also need to, you can see down in here where some of that oil has actually spilled down. I'm trying to keep this clean and not burn up a bunch of oil on the exhaust setters as I start it for the first time. So, yeah, we're making progress, but also getting nervous. So, I got some real cool friends, real cool neighbors. They have been able to let me borrow some tools that they have. This one's brand new, so I'm gonna clean it out once I get done. Right now I'm just threading the screws and tapping the holes for the valve covers. I can't apologize for the film quality, but I hope you giggle at the editing quality. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with your friends. If you know somebody who likes cars and working on them, share it with them. It ought to make them laugh.